Just updating my graphic settings real quick.
You got a slow car on the left.
Porsche is still the most enjoyable car by far. I left it open so you can use any.
Go right. Right side. Still there. Clear on the right. fastest lap of the session. Car 163, just set the fastest lap, 1.303. Fastest lap for you.
No clean laps. Just trying to find the limits.
Car looks fine, no damage to report. Car 163, just set the fastest lap, 1.122.
try one more run. This last corner is very tricky. Very different with every car.
You just hit the fastest lap.
Not getting this one either. Not perfect. Better exit here, better.
You've got the fastest lap.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi.
Okay, just one sec. Okay, I will share my screen. This card is lagging. Hmm.
I can watch on stream, I guess.
Okay, let's do that. This card is not loading screen share for some reason. Okay, your lap. Then watch the lines. Let's see the lines. Let's see the fastest lap. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not you. Okay, never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, fastest one. Okay, I watched it earlier. Saw something strange on the axis, but couldn't determine what it was. So maybe I'll see that in telemetry, but I'll show you what I mean.
Okay.
Far chase. This is, I think, very nice. Close enough. Okay, this. There is this cone. Not sure if you noticed it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the apex, right? So you want to use it as your apex. So here you're turning it a bit too early, right? Here, yeah, maybe a little bit later. Turn in, little bit later turn in, and then you can hug the apex a bit better, and then try to at this point be already accelerating, getting to the full throttle. Because here you're right here, you're still turning, and here you see that you're on the steering and can't make the the racing line.
Yeah.
So that's the goal here. I think this is fine. The line is really nice here. I like this. Second gear around the curbs. This you can cut way more. So this allows you to get on throttle early and fully. Over this, I left just a little bit, like to 90% or so throttle, but even that is not really necessary. Like,
I noticed that when I climbed that curb on the right, then the car becomes unsettled a bit, and it's hard to turn in left. Then maybe I should change my setup a little bit.
Could be, but yeah. If you plan to change the setup, I have no tips for you at all, because I have like no idea, how to compromise effectively. If you will not ruin anything else by like changing ride heights or anything. But yeah, could be that my setup, is just more easily able to climb on these curbs. So you don't need to cut it a lot, but I think you could still do it more with fixed setup.
Yeah, I'll probably try to experiment a bit more on here.
Yeah, a bit higher. Yeah, and here, come back to the right, very fine. Here, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but there is like a spike in the curb that I use as my apex. Like you turn in and you see this part. So I'm trying to get to use this as my apex and try to start accelerating, you know, from it. So I'd say go a bit wider, maybe a bit, yeah, stay maybe just a bit straighter here and turn in just a bit later. And then you can hug this curb and then go around it. Go on the throttle a bit earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, and usually here you can go wider here, you know, so that means you can go on the throttle a bit earlier. Here you would need to adjust your line as well, but when you go on the throttle earlier, you go out wider, you use more of a track. To climb the curbs, these should be easy climbable, but then be careful and don't go onto the gravel, but it's quite easy to do that. It's not the end of the world somewhere where there is an like off track, but if you like just clip the gravel a little bit, it's not too bad. Not even an off track. So here, the strange thing that I was talking about, and notice in some corners, that you shift to second, where some kind of pause, maybe the brake completely released, or maybe even back on the throttle a little bit, and then shift down to first, and then you know, finish turning. Or you know, just maybe just coasting. So shift back to second, coast, back to first, and then, you know, on the throttle. So here.
Should I stay in second here?
Sorry?
Should I stay in second
No,
in
no,
this
no.
corner?
Staying in first. But let's see that in the telemetry. As I said, something strange. I saw the replay and couldn't figure out. Let's see the telemetry. But yeah, first, the line here overall, I think it's nice. Well, maybe you could be turning in a bit later and taking a little bit later apex. So then you can brake a bit less, yeah, a bit less, roll a bit more, then to first, use first here, but maybe you could use the downshift as well for turning, because here, okay, let's leave this for the telemetry. I'll be able to better see what I'm doing as well. This feels like a kind of minor thing, but could be staying a bit tighter, I guess, for that. Yeah, wow. Here, stay just a bit more to the right, and then turn in a bit later. So you're not going this wide here, you know, you're staying tighter to the left side. Just, that will just, you know, so the line is shorter, basically. Less distance traveled. Similar thing here. So this is fine. What I like to do here, turn more, and if I feel that I have try to be again just a bit. So here you will need to compromise the last corner a little bit, but like tiny bit to the right more, and then you will have an easier time turning into this corner. What I do sometimes, if I see that, well, I did not prepare enough, then I clip this curb. Full throttle over this curb, and in Porsche, what I found that it's like, it was basically my preferred line. I go deep here early on the throttle, so I stay probably around here, somewhere where you're staying, and turn a bit earlier. Clip the curb, and that's because when you don't want to be this wide right here. Again, you want to be quite tight around this. Probably don't want to be like on the edge here. Don't need, but you know you don't want to go this wide here. Stay more around here. Again, just a shorter, straighter line. Something with the shift timing. I'm not sure if it's too early or too late with your last downshift. I think a bit too late here. Too second. If you would downshift here, it would even give you more rotation. Or maybe that's the problem. You don't need more rotation because you're maybe already coming in a bit too slow.
Yeah. I was kind of experimenting, should I take third or second through here, but I'll try to downshift to second earlier then.
So yeah, I would be a bit wider again, a bit later, or maybe same but with more speed. I'm not sure which is it, because you arrive here a bit too early. Here you just do nothing but turn, basically coast, right? Because you're not quite there for the apex. Because if you would come out a bit wider, then you can, come on the throttle earlier. And here, a bit oversteered a little bit on the exit, but yeah, you can use fully the curb here. And again, if you try not to, but if you go a bit on the gravel, it's not the end of the world. It's a similar thing, a lot of similar corners here, and you have not realized. Here, you can go a bit on this curb, and so go straight a bit more here, and then turn in a bit later. So again, you're not going as wide here, and this is fine. So with your line, it's actually easier to prepare for this, but you can still do that without going as wide here. You will need to turn a bit more, but the line will be shorter. And here go to sixth. Okay. My indication, basically, I go to I increase the gear when as fast as I see these light blue lights. So they light up and I shift.
Okay.
So here, you can see flashing quite a long time. Probably, here as well. A bit later turn in, because we want to be a little bit tighter around this. So you are tight on the first part of the curve, but it's better to be tight on the second part of the curve. So then you're a little bit more to the right, and then you have will be able to carry more speed with more throttle. So here my aim is to be full throttle from somewhere from the exit. Here, full throttle, brakes. This one is very tricky with the... I think here you did it quite okay. Well, try to avoid getting the oversteer here, but the line, I think it's quite okay. Oh, but I stay on third here.
Yeah. Should I use the curb on the left when exiting?
This one?
Like, yeah, this one on the
Oh
left. Should I
yeah,
use
fully.
all?
Fully, yeah. It's a strange curb. But yeah, you can fully use it. It feels scary a bit. Because this part is like cambered away from the track, but yeah, you can still use it. Yeah, here you're shifting around. Yeah, you're shifting good here. Um. I'd say here you could be braking a bit earlier. This seems fine, but when here you can here you on the throttle but not fully. Seems like, or if you are, then you are definitely not getting enough speed.
Yeah, I'm on the throttle quite early here, I think.
We'll see in comparison. I just want to see as well how I take it. So I brake quite earlier. Maybe it's similar actually, but I try to turn more of the car to do more turning before the apex, and when here I'm tight and fully on the throttle from earlier. We'll see how that compares in the telemetry. I think we can jump into that right now. Right. One sec. Which one do I use? No. Screen. Yeah, this works better. Alright, now I need to find the laps. So, me is here. Let's take this. And then let's see you. Nope. Yep. Okay, still this. It's like no idea what's going on, but
Yeah, I have some ideas. I'll need to still check it a little bit.
okay. So here you're braking less here in the middle, well, and less in total around here. So trying, but here this one is the line. So you can see here I'm turning way later, right? And when crossing that cone, and probably even before that I'm trying to get on throttle. Here, when I noticed my replace on the apex, I wasn't close enough to the wall, so I could even be closer here. But yeah, just go a bit wider around that cone and throttle before that cone, so you can have a good exit. Don't need to lift a lot of time on the line here. Okay, a bit later. Then here, yeah, I brake a bit earlier here, so you know when I can here, right here, I'm able to turn in with a little bit more speed. Car probably a bit more settled, and yeah, around the apex, fine, right? And here, as I said, right, I'm cutting through the curb, doing a small lift. Well, this one actually works okay for you, looking at the speed, so I think that's fine. The line probably not as straight, but it will not add a lot of meters. So okay, not a big thing to worry about. Then here again, I brake a bit earlier, a little bit less though, so I'm dropping less speed. Here mid corner, a bit more speed. Then here you're turning with a bit more. But important part here, I'm more decisive on the exit, right, and leave with more speed. So yeah, again, the line try to hug that like crooked curb or whatever, and yeah, try to be more decisive. You know, go on throttle when you actually can. So here I'd say, braking probably too much. So dropping too much speed and then feeling a bit too slow before the apex, going on the throttle when seeing that car is understeering a bit, because you're still turning, right? And then going back and down and only very late, fully committed. And yeah, here on the exit, wider, I am on those curbs that I was talking about. Fine. Okay, gears. So here, where I first noticed it. Okay, okay. So yeah, different setups. I'm still on fifth here. It's fine with you on sixth here. Yeah, all good. Just different setup. How about I had a bit better exit? Okay, I think you're okay. Never mind. Yeah, I'm also quite strong on the brakes here. So in these bigger braking zones, your brake is fine. When here, where it's a bit like where you need a little bit more control, then there are some issues. No idea what is that, but yeah.
Yeah, we probably can not pay too much
Yeah,
attention
yeah, yeah.
to bars because I probably need to try to recalibrate them again or something. I thought I had it sorted, but
Uh-huh. Okay, okay.
then-
Okay, so this one is actually quite okay. The line, almost identical. And yeah, quite okay. I'm not sure what I was seeing there in the replay because the gears, yeah, I'm shifting a bit earlier, I guess, because I'm shifting to fourth here. And you're shifting to third. But to first, we're shifting at a similar time. Well, no idea. Okay, so this one is solid. Let's see this. We have, so here is shifting earlier than me, and I think it loses you a bit of time, just a bit, because there is a small gap here and then here, where we can see that the gap like is bigger here it's pretty much equal, but this part I'm going a bit faster, and this part I'm going a bit faster. So I'd say probably, yeah, you can shift a bit later. Again, very minor thing. So about those gears, since we see that you're not going, you are here higher here, but yeah, I think it shouldn't matter. Right, I'm a bit lighter on the brakes at the beginning, but when it evens out, more or less. But then here I'm turning a bit later. Yeah, I can go on the throttle more. Here you have to release a little bit because you feel you're going wide. So yeah, try to turn in a bit later. Because yeah, this is the point where we would like to not be at at the edge of the track. And here, yeah, as I said, here I'm quite wide, and then here I'm cutting that curve that I mentioned. So it allows me to go basically that the the fact that I'm cutting this curve here allows me to go to carry more speed and to go more fully on the throttle right here. So when even here we can see that the speed evens out because I cut the curb, but this part I'm winning time in this part. So yeah, you can try that. Not sure how your setup will handle. Actually, I can send you my setup after the session. You can try that out as well.
Okay, nice.
Right. So yeah, again line. This. Try to go tighter around here. Let's say, so our speed here is pretty much the same, but when, yeah, basically half a tenth, just in line, you know. Okay, then this one is tricky. Let's see how we prepare. We prepare very similarly. I'm just a bit more to the left. There is a curve there, so I try to use that and just put like two left tires just on that curve, so it can be a bit tighter, and then I can have a little bit wider line through the corner, and that allows me to carry a bit more speed. And yeah, exit, yeah, there was a bit of oversteer there. Yeah, so here I'm actually shifting a bit earlier to second. Yeah, here similar thing that I've talked about. A bit later turn in, a bit you can be a bit wider on that curb here. A little bit later turn in, and then you can be a bit tighter again. And right here we end up about the same time. Place. Right. Yeah, again, turning in a bit later. So here, I'm, yeah, I'm braking a bit earlier. But then I have a little bit more speed through the exit here. And then I'm staying a bit tighter here as well. So that allows me to then carry to be more on the throttle, you know, and carry more speed. Here I start lifting a bit as well, just to get the car turned in. And I'm not going as wide here. I wouldn't say that it's bad what you are doing here. So it's as I said, this corner is tricky, and the better you prepare, the wider you go, the better exit you can have. So like it's not, I don't have like an exact point of how much wide you have to go. So yeah, try to experiment. This could be good as well. I was able here to have a decent exit with this a bit tighter line than yours. But here you can see I brake a bit earlier, and when I prepare a bit better, I have lower speed a bit earlier, but when I accelerate earlier, a bit tighter as well through the corner, a bit not as wide actually. Let's see, because you asked about it, and now I'm curious. Do I use that curb or not? Yeah, I use. Ah, okay, but you went a bit, I think, on the gravel there. So
Yeah, I probably just missed it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, third gear should be it for your setup as well, if you're going on higher gears in other places. Yeah, exit very important here, and it's a very tricky corner before that, so brake earlier, prepare, and then on throttle. Okay, let's see the last one. Yeah, I go a bit tighter. You carry a bit more speed through the apex with the wider line. I think, so wider line actually, it means more distance. So I think most of the time is in that. And also, well, probably this. Here I'm able to turn the car with a little bit. No, it's you that are going faster. Okay, never mind. So yeah, I'm seeing that in this sector you're 10 down. But it looks not too bad. I guess, yeah, I'm braking around a similar point, just a bit later, right? So here, probably right losing a bit, can probably be braking a bit later, but when I keep braking as well. So here you have this advantage, speed advantage, but you then go out wider, and I think you lose that advantage. Well, basically on the exit, right? I think it would have been fine if you would turn car a bit more, and then would be able to, go on the throttle and not have this lift here. Yeah, try to just turn the car more before going on the throttle so you can commit fully. Yeah, a lot of time in the lines, just in the lines, I think. That's probably it. Any questions?
No, thank you. I need to get that freaking pedal sorted again.
Yeah, look into it.
Thanks. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you too. Jack, you ready? Ah, you ready, I see. Hey Jack, how's it going?
Evening.
Right, let's see at your lap. Okay, let me try to share actually. Nope, still can't. Let me try one thing. I will disconnect and will reconnect. Nope, still no. Right, stream. Are you able to watch my stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna trouble shoot, yeah.
Okay, let's try to do that way. For some reason Discord is not working.
Alright.
Okay, your lap. Okay, let's look at the lines first. Okay, so here, one thing. Again, yeah, try to use the full track. Kind of scary with the these blocks here, but you can still get closer. And
Right.
then what I like to do, there's a point here where the angle of those blocks changes, right?
Yep.
So I actually use that change as my turning in point. So what I do, I get as close as possible, and then just before, because if I'm close, if I will go straight, I will, hit this. So just before I turn in. Actually, let's see. I think I got it some laps better, some laps worse. I think on my best lap I wasn't as close. Yeah, but you see how close I'm here? And then just before this one, I start turning in. So you can, well, you will have consistent and easy to see. Well, not that easy. It's from this angle. It's not too easy to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you can see that the wall is closing in on you, right? So you need to be turning in.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, you can and should be using a bit more track there. Right. Yeah, and here, this cone. When you're coming in, this cone is your apex. Try to turn the car a bit more. Not sure how you're going, getting on with your new brake, but try to use a bit more brake to get the car turned in, and try to get on the throttle basically before this cone.
I have never seen that cone before.
Yeah, it's here for a reason. It's the signifies the apex.
Yeah.
That's fine. I think here could be using a bit more track. Far chase. Oh, actually, it's quite fine. Still could be completely on the white line, but it's not too bad. You go to third here. Probably unnecessary, I'd say. You can still rev. Rev a bit higher. We'll see what I did. Yes, the probably only note. Third is probably unnecessary. Other than that, it's not too bad. Probably could be trying to get on the throttle a bit earlier. Well, actually, with Lamba, what I like to do, it's not as stable as Porsche on the exits. So I went on throttle a little bit earlier, but not fully. So because here the exit is important, but this quite tricky corner to prepare good. I use this, there's like this small spike on the curb that I use as my apex. So, you know, try to go around it. But I guess in my Lambo laps, what I did was not able to do it consistently. So what I did, like I'm at similar point here that you are, and I'm like half on the throttle until I pass this, and then I try to get fully on the throttle. So this, I think, I would be going a bit wider here, but that's fine because you can use this track and then, you know, the curb as well.
Yeah.
You know, and earlier when you did, you know, somewhere around here. We'll see actually the comparison on the telemetry. Here, I was surprised because I wasn't able to get fully to the left side here myself for some reason. So usually, you know, I'm fully on the limit, on the track limit, but here, for some reason, it was scary even for me. So yeah, but try to close this gap, you know, so you'll have a bit better angle for the corner. And here, probably, yeah, you probably could be braking a bit later, turning in a bit later, and not clipping the gravel.
Yeah, no, I hate that. I hate this corner. I just can't get it right.
So here you should be aiming for the late apex, because there is a long straight before this corner. So when you're aiming for the late apex, you're braking a bit later. So, you know, on this straight before the corner, you will be going faster a bit longer. And then late apex means that you will be a bit slower on the corner, but you will have better exit. And exit is also important here because the following straight is also quite long. So it's not like a straight like, but it's right, but it's full throttle all the way.
Yeah.
For a long time. So yeah, you want to get on throttle as soon as possible, and, you know, as quick as possible. Here, so it's a very small thing, but there is a track cut, you know, 1x here somewhere, but you can basically go straight, a little bit more straight when you did that, did here. Here, stay a bit more to the right, and turn in a bit later. Because here, when you need to stay tight, you need to turn quite a bit, and you're scrubbing a little bit of speed that way.
Okay.
So yeah, stay like right there. Don't start turning now. Turn, you know, a bit later. You can go a bit wider here when you did here. And then come back to the left. Oh, here is better. Better, yes. Still can use this, but it's better.
Right. Yep.
I like this. This I think I try to avoid. This curb. Yeah. So this I like to cut, but when I try to go around this, I feel that it will probably drop you a little bit too much speed when just going around it. Here I think could be on the throttle a bit earlier. Here you can use a bit of this curb, like the first part of this curb, so you can be, you know, a little bit wider. You know, try to hit apex, you can get as close as possible to the curb, but don't want to hit it. So, you know, at least on the line. A little bit more, or you can, you know, over the line. And here, maybe on the brakes a bit earlier. Because you probably want to be accelerated, starting to accelerate somewhere around here. But it's tricky, this one, to get right. Here you probably want to sacrifice this entry a bit more. Get less speed here. So you stay a bit tighter around here, you know, so you wouldn't understeer too wide. This way you will get back the speed that you lose here because of the lower speed. The fact that you will be going back on full throttle a bit earlier here, and also it will allow, you know, you will be carrying more speed through here, but also you will have similar preparation with more speed right here. And this went quite okay as well, I'd say. Yeah, so this you can use fully. So given this fact, could be maybe going on the throttle a bit earlier, but you know, try to be closer to the apex here.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to be careful because yeah, the setup I'm using really does not like those apex curbs.
Yeah, I hopped into this car today, and yeah, it's very lively.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's not as lively as the Ford I drove around here last season though.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I can only imagine because I never tried it actually, but yeah.
Just take any GT3 and like turn the TC to minimum, and you basically have it. Yeah. Plus make it not turn all that much. Wreck the boat. But it is fun. It is fun.
Okay, so I feel that you started to oversteer here a little bit, but I'd say that probably could be going on the throttle a bit earlier because the plan here is to go out completely wide, completely, you know, to the side.
Yes, I am normally out there. This is literally the one lap I wasn't out there.
Yeah, here from the sound feels that you're like a little bit on the throttle. Try to be going maybe a bit deeper. Yeah, what I do actually, probably I turn in a bit later. Well, maybe it's similar. Yeah, probably similar. Yeah, but here probably I'm carrying a bit more speed. We'll see. And I think that maybe crossing this just a bit too early. And when, you know, you slow down enough that you would want to go back on the throttle, but there's, you know, still this cement block here, so you can't really do that. So if you go a bit wider I think it would be better with Lambo at least. We'll see my line with Lambo. I can't remember exactly. So let's jump into that. Let's find... okay. Lambo I did in free practice, right? Let's take this, let's see. So in this session I think the conditions were a bit worse. Let's see. Let's compare. Oh no. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. So track is a bit warmer. And there's a bit more usage, right? But I have a bit less fuel, so okay. Around evens out. My lap was just a bit faster, but let's see, maybe there are some parts. Okay, so braking is better, right? I see that immediately, but could still... so you can see here, I'm using quite low threshold,
Yeah.
but when I'm dropping the speed, you know, as I'm turning in, and
Yeah.
this is actually what helps me with you know, turning the car as well, keeping the brake, keeping the weight on the front of the car with brakes.
Yeah.
And you can see how much I'm using the steering wheel and how much you are using. Yeah, this will hurt the tires way more. Okay, here I'm actually turning in a bit earlier than you, and probably using the same marker as I do in Porsche. And yeah, here right, yeah, using that cone, right, to hit the apex and go on the throttle a bit earlier. It then kind of evens out, which is a bit strange. I'm turning in with less steering angle. How does this even out? Okay, never mind. So yeah, the line here I think could be improved. Again, if you would be able to do that, that would be great as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lambo actually, yeah, I like to go with Lambo. I like to go quite tight here. And okay, let's see. I think quite slow as well.
Yes, that's more than it. More like an early Apex that you're doing.
Yeah, I'm going a bit less on the brakes at first. Yeah, but then I'm able to turn car a bit more with brakes, so I'm carrying a bit more speed here. Trail braking would definitely help here. Yeah, on the throttle a bit later. So here you're going quite fast. Oh, let's see that actually combined. Okay. Okay, so you win it actually back. So okay, so quite nice. So here, yeah, I'm turning in with a bit more speed, but when you have a better preparation, which I haven't even considered, and you carry more speed through here and you win back the time. So it's quite fine. When here, you go a bit wider and more fully on the throttle. So yeah, it works. I think what you're doing here is not too bad. Considering. So it's still gonna be bad in the race. Because here I noticed that you in Sebring I did a race with Audi, but still same applies. You need to be very careful on the tires because when the pace just drops. If you can be smooth on the tires, it like give you at least half a second, you know, through the lap. So yeah, this will, you know, more turning, more braking, you know, more ABS will hurt the tires more. But yeah, so I'd say try this trail braking approach. Try practicing it. It will. I think you have a lot of other things already. This is the one that you are missing to get know to the next level. Here you go back. Okay. Now I kind of get it. Maybe you go to third because you're carrying a bit more speed or not. Uh-huh. Yeah. Now I get it. Uh-huh. Okay. So maybe ignore. Still try to stay in third, in second. If you see that you're actually hitting the speed limiter, it goes do. Then then go to third. With your approach, the third might be better here. Okay, then the exit is good. I think you're shifting a bit too early. I'm saying that because you see here on exit, you have a 5 kilometer gap.
Yeah.
Of speed, you know, and when in the end it's even. And you know, it's a straight line seems similar enough. Maybe here. Yeah, maybe here you could be going a bit. No, oh, but it's it's too late. And here you even go tighter. I don't think that's it. Yeah, I think this shifting loses you a bit of time. Let's see, actually. Yeah. So this one I would say definitely too early. Right, I use the blue lights.
Yeah.
And maybe they flash for just a moment, but I let them stay for like a little bit longer amount of time.
Right. So I was too late at Red American, and now I'm too early here. Right.
Yeah, could be. So yeah, we're getting there.
I'm in between. Yeah.
Okay, here. Yeah, you can see I try to not cut. Yeah, a bit. So braking is very similar here. I'm not doing a lot of trail braking here either. And since I'm doing a bit later apex, I'm my minimum speed is a bit smaller, but then here on the exit, I probably gained back the time. Well, almost. Yours is fine. So here where the braking is similar enough, your sections are good. But the parts where you need to trail brake is, you know, where you struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's check here. So here have a bit more speed. Here maybe I'm shifting too late because when it kind of evens out. Actually, maybe it's just yeah, let's not look at those too much. But yeah, but in this, I'd say in this straight, I think your shift are actually better because here you are gaining speed.
Yeah.
So let's see your shifts here actually then. Actually very similar. So maybe your shifts are okay. Strange.
Yeah. Who
The
knows?
yeah, conditions, you know, and setup could have, you know, the effect as well. It's just strange that in previous straight I was gaining, and in this one you did. Actually, I want to double check that. Well, yeah, you had the advantage here, and I gained. Okay, I can't explain that, but yeah, move on. Okay. Okay, so here, dropping a bit too much speed. Let's see the line. The line is okay, that's fine. I go in here with a bit more speed. So you can probably... Well, yeah. Again, here I have more speed. But when I use trail braking to turn the car in and able to actually turn in the car, same amount that you did with more speed. So you have one of those trail braking things. And here exit. Okay, and what happens here? You cut the curb. Okay, see, on this lap, I'd actually no. Here. Hmm. Okay, but it's quite okay. Yeah, the trail braking thing is what. Okay, and here you hit that curve. White tide here. That's okay. Okay, this one. You see, as I said, I'm a bit wider here because I'm using that curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I like what you're doing here. It's fine. Alright, because here we're very similar, but when trail braking, and I'm on the throttle a bit earlier. And here, but yeah. Also, this here, I'm a bit wider here.
Yep.
I'm turning in a bit later and hitting the apex a bit better, closer to the apex, and you know on the throttle a bit earlier. But overall, not too bad. Here, I'm a bit wider. Actually, let's compare this. here, here, here. So it's equal. Okay, okay. Doesn't matter too much one. Well, yeah, the difference is not too big. Yeah, tighter line, but less speed, or wider line, but more speed. Evens out. This one. Okay, let's see it. This. I'm braking a bit earlier, less speed. Let's actually compare this part first. Yeah, so half a tenth. Here, I'm sacrificing this a little bit, and so this was actually part of my like race stint simulation, let's call it that. So I wasn't pushing too much just to, you know, preserve the tires. So I'm braking a bit earlier. But more important part is right here on the apex, carrying a bit less speed and again trail braking, right? But when able to exit probably a bit tighter and also with more speed. So
Yeah.
as I said, sacrifice a bit this speed, you know, so you turn more here, and when you know you gain on this part. Okay, then here I saw, yeah, that you're cutting that curb quite a lot. I'm not cutting it that much. Not going. You see, you lift
I mean,
lift a
yeah, I
lot,
mean,
and
no,
go.
I think that just comes with how we've set up from the previous corners. You know, you're in a bit that bit tighter, whereas I'm already like, on the apex at the start of it, so I have to. Yeah, I'm already. So,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe not.
So yeah, yeah. I think there's a little bit of that. But here, even with this exit, you know, you could still be, you know, going less tight, and you know, you see a lifting here as well, so you could be lifting less, you know, at least because here you see that exit, this part, this difference in speed is because, you know, our different exits, but here you see the gap widens, and I think you could keep uh, probably similar amount of throttle as I did here, because here our car positioned in pretty much exactly the same spot, right, on the track, and yeah, so you could be going with more throttle and a bit wider. So just so you know, you carry a bit more speed, and when, yeah, it's exactly right. It's important to prepare for this, but actually, what I found is that cutting that curb too much, it also unsettles car a bit more, and when the braking is not as effective. So you you jump over that curb, and basically you're losing the advantage that you get of the, you know, the wider line. Yeah, because let's see. Here, I'm when, yeah, braking a bit earlier, right? Because one of the reasons because I'm carrying a bit more speed. But then here I'm still able to slow down, even if a tighter line, to slow down still less than you do. And here, not really. Well, I almost even do a bit of coasting here. And this is one of the corners and where I found it to be not really beneficial but safe, because uh, this preparation for this corner is very tricky, but very important to get a good exit here because the straight is very long, right? So what I'm trying to do, I even coast a little bit just to wait for the proper moment, you know, to be on the throttle here. That's why I'm so low on the brakes, and when I think definitely there's a part here where I'm not even braking for a few meters. In this car I found that it works.
Right.
Oh, no. But yeah, you know, I say that to you, so you jumped a bit ahead of myself, but yeah, so you can still have a good exit with tighter line, and you know that tighter line allows you to carry more speed through this part. And you know, that being said, still doing quite a lot of trail braking here. So you know, this is part of the reason why then I'm able to set up a good exit here. So yeah, if uh, I I still like what you're doing here. You know, kind of trail braking, just without this middle part, right? But yeah. So try this approach. If you're not able to then have a good exit here, maybe try to do more of this. Maybe connect these two. And if you still can't, you know, yeah, then maybe um, uh, brake, coast, and more importantly, get, you know, on the exit. So here, for example, you know, get on the throttle more decisively, because here you have this, and when you go back. So you know, try to find a point where you can go on the throttle and then, you know, fully go to. Although, okay. I do kind of similar thing, but I don't go back, right? I go on the throttle a bit slower than you, but when I feel that the car is, you know, not really want to rotate, so I kind of, you know, keep it at this threshold. When I'm done turning, when I go back fully. But you know, this allows me to carry, you know, more speed through this part. Your exit then on this for the straight is actually uh, not bad, you know, but could be better if you would be carrying actually, you know, more speed here, still braking, still dropping speed, and then going on the throttle, you know, maybe just a bit later, but without this dip.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, then we have the straight. Straight is okay. Okay, yeah. So I go a bit wider on the first part. Since I'm turning, I'm using a bit less braking. So here we turn and brake, right? Not in the straight line. So I don't go over 60 at any point. And here, yeah, we saw not the best of exits. Here, myself, I had to catch the car a couple of times here. But yeah, a bit wider through this part, I think that will help you here with the better exit. You see what I was saying, that you were a bit too close to those like to the walls here.
Yeah.
I'm a bit wider here and then able to go on the throttle a bit later, but a bit more decisively with a better exit. Yeah, and when using fully the track. That's probably it. Any questions?
Uh, not it from me. So, uh, thanks always for all this, and yeah. Yeah. I'll just I'll see if I can do all this stuff. Sort of, yeah. Big thing's gonna be that sort of turn 15 through 16 bits. Getting that all better, loads better. Yeah, see what I can do. Some of this braking, especially turn 1. That'll probably be the easiest one. For turn 1 braking.
Right, right.
Yeah. Thanks always, and yeah. So have a good race on Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. Let's hope. See you then.
See ya. Bye.
Bye. Okay, we have a couple of people that I think we're out. I'm still gonna do their laps. Let's see this one actually. So Edgarus. I'll do the lines. Still, because I still have some time left. Yeah, here I like to turn in a bit earlier. Quite close to the wall, that's fine. Here the gap starts to widen. It starts to widen because you're turning in a bit later. If you would be turning in earlier, and I like to turn in here, as mentioned a little bit earlier in the session, like to use this change of angle in this wall as my turning point. So I stay as close as possible to the wall, and when just before, I see this wall actually closing in, so I start to turn it. What? Some netcode? Yeah. Could be turning in a bit earlier. This one is an apex. And then try to get on throttle before that. Using the track. All good. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, try to hit the apex here. Apex here is this little spike. So brake a bit earlier. Turn more. And then start to accelerate before the spike. This is fine. Lines are fine. So far. I do the same thing. I'll probably use same amount of track. Not sure why is this so scary. Everywhere else I'm fine, but here not. Yeah, try to use full track here. Not too bad. Could be. I see there is some amount of oversteer here. Try to avoid that. And then you can straighten the car less and cut through this. Allows you to go on throttle back earlier. Around fine, about fine. Yeah, here, use the full track. This one somehow I was able to do. But the other one was problem for me. Here, yeah, avoid the curb. Try to get as close as possible through the curb. Yeah, so turn in a bit later apex. And on throttle as soon as possible. Fine. Fine. Prepare a bit better for this one. Go a bit wider even from here. So you can be closer and in a straight line for this braking zone. Yeah, because here you can even use this part of the curb. Allows you to be, you know, take the wider angle. Oversteered a little bit. Tricky corner, very tricky corner to get right. Fine, fine. Full track. So, yeah, cutting this. Cut less, but yeah, cut less, turn in a bit later. And it will actually allow you to get closer to the left side. Because you jump over this curb if you clip it too much. And then car goes a bit more straight when you want, and you then can get it back to left. You want to be here on the edge of the track. Second? Yeah, stay in third. Try to carry enough speed. Less speed. A bit less speed here. Because here, wheel is turned, but the car is not turning more. You're going straight. Try to exit a bit tighter. So you can carry more speed and more throttle through here. And then here, you can still go in third. In this corner. Brake a bit earlier. So with more speed. Brake a bit earlier. Third. Line is about right. Something is off. Yeah, I think, yeah, a bit earlier on the brakes, a bit earlier on the turning in, on the third gear. It feels like you're dropping back to second, and you're losing time that you could be turning in already. So you turn in a bit too late. Here, yeah, and you slow down a bit too much to get the car turned enough. And when exit is okay, but exit should be with more speed. You could be using more of the curb here. Yeah. Later turn in, definitely later. And not as much. Let's see where David struggles. Let's see his last lap. Clip David, yeah. Okay, it fixed itself. Yeah, as close as possible. But yeah. You have to have in mind these like angle changes of the wall. Don't try to get as close as possible here. But for this part, aim for that part. So for here you don't need to be close. You're aiming for that part right there, because that's the point where you will be turning in. Yeah. A bit too tight here. Of course, this was compromised because of this contact, so yeah. But yeah, would be a bit wider. Here. A bit wider here. To turn in a bit later on the throttle. Could be when a bit or around the same time on the throttle. But that would allow to turn the car on full throttle. Full drag here. Earlier on the brakes. Or more, not sure. Less speed here, a bit tighter. Tighter here. On the right here. Tighter here. Okay, apex. Not bad, not bad. Earlier on the throttle. Yeah. A bit earlier on the throttle. So maybe less speed into the hairpin. Fine. You can carry out more speed out of this, so can get a bit closer to the left. Don't need to sacrifice this on the throttle. Go on the throttle. Car is already turning. Okay. Then it will be a bit wider. But when it doesn't matter, you can clip this curb a little bit to carry the speed. Avoid this curb. Go around it. Not too bad, except on the exit. Can be using a little bit of his curb. Turning in a bit too early. Downshift at this point. Oh, downshift to second. Yeah, that's why the car is not turning in second here. Full track. Yeah, you hit the curb enough. Start coming back immediately. Yeah, more. Less speed here. Tighter. Earlier on the throttle. Can't clip a little bit of his curb. Probably a bit wider. This seems not too bad. Whoops, it is. Wider, a bit earlier on the brakes. Yeah, here you want to stay tighter. on the throttle. Tighter here probably as well. Aim a bit wider. A bit wider. Exit line is okay here, but too slow I think. Yeah, too tight, too tight. Definitely too tight. Good reference here is this line. I like to be right here together with that line. At some point I start turning in, but yeah. Well, that's it today. See you next Wednesday. Well, actually Sunday, but yeah. See you next time. Bye.